Power on your girl, let it put so much into tonight, and you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, gun, bring your downstairs.
I left something in the house.
Yeah.
Welcome to the camp.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny styles on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Foles. He'll check this one down to Taylor. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Room here to run. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Colts had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Foles. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Foles. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Our first carry for the 2nd-year man. It's Najee Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Finds Pickens out right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First and 10, here's Pickett. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. But Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. They'll throw again with Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This pass caught. It's Woods. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. What a catch by Pittman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and 3. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pickett sets up play action. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On second down, this is Harris. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. 20, 10, 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Pickett to throw on first down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Off play action. Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
From the 38, Foles. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Let's see what you got. Feed him food. Feed him food. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 55. Mike 55. 3 buzz. 3 buzz. Mike 55.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Caught by Woods. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
We got 4. We got 4.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Foles. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete.
as quarterbacks like to do. He pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the give, this is Harris. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This will get the lead up to 7. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20. At a takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The toss here completed to Pittman. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up second down. Foles. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's Foles. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Foles out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyrell Williams, 37 yards. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now Pickett. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Foles throw pulled in by Woods. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's back to throw. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Taken down at the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pickett back to throw. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead